Okay, I got two problems that have been sent in through Ask My Instructor, and I'll pull those up now. And one is 4.2. This is Math 120 online. This is 4.2, number 7 in the book, number 4 online. These are technology questions, so you're not going to do a lot by hand. Now you can do them by Excel or you can do it by the calculator. I'm going to do the first by Excel. So you just click on this little button right here and go to copy in Excel or open in Excel. Click open. And there's the problem. Hit enable editing so you can work with it. And the first thing you're going to do is you're going to graph it. So highlight both columns, go up to insert, go over to the chart plot or the scatter plot, and there's your plot. Click on the point, right click on that point, add trend line, and scroll down to display equation on chart, and if you want the R squared, which is your correlation coefficient, there it is. That's your answer. Okay. If you're going to use the TI-84, you just type them in. Turn it on first. Type it in. I'm sorry, stat. I've already typed it in, so it'll save a little bit of time. Edit, and there are your points. You can graph if you want to, but you don't need to. Then go to stat, calculate, linear regression, and there it is. Now if you want to type it in, this is the way you type it in. Second, L1, comma, second, L2, and enter. And there's the slope and the y-intercept, just like right here, slope and y-intercept. And that's how you do that problem. Okay. Now the second problem we're going to show, you do the same thing either on Excel or you do it here, it doesn't matter. But we're going to do it on Excel because you can see it better on the computer. So we'll go to that question now. And that question is 4.2, number 24 in the book, number 8 online. And here's the question. And I'm going to click on the table. And there's the table. And open in Excel. Open. Well, I don't know why it didn't open. Maybe I'm missing it. There it is. And try it again. Oh, sorry. Let's get rid of these.
You have a work email.
There, now let's try it. There it is. Okay. And I'm going to highlight enable editing. I'm going to highlight these two and I'm going to hit insert and scatter plot. And you can go ahead and click on it and add trend line, and I'll go ahead and add the two. There's display equation, and there's that information if you need it. But they're going to ask you some more information. They're going to ask you, what is the line doing? Well, it's starting at the average score at 0 days missed is about a 90 or 88, 89.9 or something like that. There it is, 88.7. Okay, and then as days go by that you miss, your average on the final exam goes down. And there is a correlation, a 0.89 correlation. So there is a correlation between the days missed and the y-intercept. So it looks like that the average is dropping as the days you missed get bigger and bigger as they increase. So grade decreases as days missed increases. So there is a correlation. I think the next part asks, what about at 5? What is the predicted value at 5? Well, you have to understand what predicted value. These are observed values. That is something that has already happened or something that has already been done. Okay? Observed value is at 5 is at 73.5. But what's the predicted value at 5? If you look at 5, it's a little bit off of this line here, a little bit off this dot, so there's a difference between the two. The difference between the 2 points is called residual, and that's basically what you get. So the residual value, we got to find out what the predicted value is. The predicted value, let me use my mouse pen, is, let me move it over here, there we go. The predicted value is going to be, let me get my pen, hold on, there we go. The predicted value is, since the this formula right here, and at x, at x plug in 5. So that's going to be negative 2.7491 times 5 is equal to 88.291, and you solve that for y, and you're going to get a number, and that's the predicted value. Y is equal to the predicted value. Now, you take the predicted value or the observed value and you subtract the predicted value. So let's go ahead and I'll do it in the calculator right quick. Let me pull up my handy dandy calculator. And on clear, negative 2.7491 plus or times 5 equals, that's not an equal sign, that's a minus sign, plus 88.291, 74.55. So the predicted value is equal to, let me get my pen, is equal to, I forgot, 74.55. Now, to get your residual, that's going to be 73.5 minus 74.55. And that's going to be 73.5 minus inverse answer negative 1.05, and that's your R. So R is going to be equal to negative 1.05, and that is below, residual is below. So you go back and pull up your handy dandy problem. Where is the handy dandy problem? There it is. And type in negative 2.7491, 2.7491, and it was a negative. I thought I hit negative. I guess I didn't. Negative, and then plus 88.291, and check answer, and it says it's not correct. Oh, I might have not a check answer. Okay, just 3 decimal places. I'm sorry. And it's for every additional absence a student drops, and for every additional student drops, because it's negative slopes. So that negative right there tells you it's dropping. So, and it's going to be for every 2.749, the average exam drops who misses classes. The average final exam score of students who misses no classes is, and that's the y-intercept, 88.291, which is the y-intercept. And you hit check answer, and you feel good about yourself. And then it says predict the value. The predicted value is 74.55. And that's that value right there, plugging it in. And the residual round to 2 decimal places, negative 1.05. And it asks if it's below, and you say yes because it's negative, and that's the answer. So, I hope that helps. If you need any more, send them on, and I'll be glad to help you. Thanks a lot.